Danny Yadron joins us now from Washington, D.C., where he has the latest NBC WSJ News poll, which surveyed voters. Danny, what did this poll find?
Well, this poll found that less than 40% view the upcoming presidential debates as what was described as extremely important or quite important. Meantime, more than 60% saw the upcoming debates as somewhat important or not important at all, these are sort of the two categories our pollsters broke this out into. And what this suggests is that heading into these events, the first of which is tomorrow night in Denver, Colorado, that there's not a lot of opinions that are up for grabs in this thing.
And that makes this debate in many ways all the more important, because less people willing to change their vote means that those that are become absolutely vital to get. Is that unusual in an election to be so few that are willing to be swayed?
I mean, this election more so than usual, there are sort of a fewer number of undecided voters, but these statistics about the importance of debates, these are pretty consistent with elections past. If you look back at a lot of debates, there are very few examples where a debate has really sort of changed a presidential election in a way that wasn't happening in some other way. However, in 2000, then Texas Governor George W. Bush used the debates to sort of change the conversation about what was happening, and as we know, he went on to become president.
Now, one of the lines I remember actually viewing this from overseas was Ronald Reagan asked about his age. Says, "Yes, I refuse to let the youth and inexperience of my opponent be counted against him." I mean, no one knew that was coming, and yet that was sort of a zinger that really helped things a bit, didn't it?
Exactly, and then the issue with any sort of question about how much the debates mattered is was in this case was President Reagan going to win re-election anyway? But as you said, these certainly raises the stakes when there's so few voters up for grabs.
Now, is it one of those things also that we can say you don't really know until the debates are over? It's like when you go on a reporting assignment, you don't know till you get there and ask the questions.
Exactly. I mean, we have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow, and something could happen that maybe people who thought, the debate isn't going to change my vote, how can they really say until the debate has happened?
Okay. Well, great stuff. Now, Danny, very quickly, there's a lot of data coming out tonight from this survey at 6:30, right? The WSJ NBC poll.
Exactly. Tonight at 6:30 p.m. on WSJ.com, you'll see our full WSJ poll, Barack Obama versus Mitt Romney, a whole bunch of questions. And this was conducted by our Republican and Democratic pollsters.
Okay, and we'll see who's in the lead at that point. And I wish we could get that out of you now, but I know you're sworn to secrecy. Thank you very much. Danny Yadron of the Wall Street Journal.